Hello everybody, Team Tech here, and I'm back with another discussion video. And today I'm talking about something that's probably going to get a lot of hate from the moment you view the title of this video. True Draco is the best deck of all time, and I'm not joking about that. It is indeed the best deck of all time. It's definitely up there with full power Necros, Spellbooks, Dragon Rulers, and Pepe. And I'm going to break down the main reason why it's just about as powerful, if not more powerful than all of those decks combined. Let's take a look at the specific flaws of the other Tier 0 decks. Spellbooks, if you stop them from searching, period, you basically fuck them over. If you can stop them from playing spells, you fuck them over. If you can stop them from having a graveyard or banishing cards in general, you fuck them over. With cards like Necro Valley in order to stop them from making use of Spellbook of Fate, or Imperial Iron Wall in order to stop them from banishing cards with Spellbook of Fate, or something like that. Yeah. And I want to break down exactly why True Draco is so strong. First things first, the fact that the deck plays the way it plays alone gives it such high ceiling as it is. That deck has the highest ceiling I've ever seen from a meta deck ever. That's right, higher than Zoo. The outs you need in order to stop that deck are very specific. They're so specific that if you don't have a Kaiju on the spot when Masterpiece hits the field, it's game over for you. You're done. Rip and pepperoni. And then, if you don't have that Mask of Restrict with that Macro Cosmos, you play Mask of Restrict, Draconic Diagram, activate a spell, pop a spell from field, destroy Mask of Restrict. And if you put Macro Cosmos on the field, it still, by itself, it still doesn't stop them from tributing for Masterpiece, the True Draco Slaying King. And the fact that the deck can tech and fucking skill drain 2 to 3 copies of Monarch's Erupt and Dimensional Fissure, along with Majesty's Fiend and Lightning Darkness Dragon, and so many more tech cards to boast, it's not even funny anymore. And let me not even get into how they can run a stupid fucking equipped spell card, Smoke Grenade of the Thief, in their deck too. Since they can simply equip it to Masterpiece, and he just won't be affected on it. It doesn't say he can't be targeted by cards. You can still equip it to him, it just won't do anything to him. Even though it doesn't do anything. Then the Draconic Diagram could simply pop that fucking spell card, and you'll be able to allow it to look at your opponent's hand and pitch a card out of their hand permanently. And on top of that, True Draco has their, and like I was saying, True Draco has their very extremely annoying spells and traps that activate in the graveyard. So, the very few amount of cards that can negate spells and traps that activate in the graveyard include cards like Cyber Dragon Infinity, for example. Cyber Dragon Infinity is one of those few cards that can negate their spells and traps in the graveyard. And on top of that, they're able to run 3 Card Demise, 3 Power Duality, and 3 Power Desires all in the same deck. With 1 copy of Upstart Goblin if you want to. With 3 Terraforming and 3 Draconic Diagram. This deck is able to draw or search out whatever it wants at any time it wants. It doesn't matter what you do, you are basically fucked. Unless if you have very specific outs going first. Herald of Perfection even struggles against this deck since they can tech in things like Strike as well. And get their trap effects in Graveyard, which Herald can't negate. Therefore, you have to make Herald plus Abyss Dweller now, which is not hard to do, but it's still an extra milestone step you have to take in order to increase your ceiling, to make your ceiling higher than True Draco. The real reason that True Draco is, in my opinion, the best deck of all time is not because of its power, it's because of the ceiling that the opposing player has to go in order to be able to pin down the fucking deck. And the only reason that Dinos won our World Championships is because in that tournament, True Draco was neutered so hard that honestly, even a baby could have beaten the deck. It was neutered so hard there. They made it that True Draco was guaranteed not to win because Dinos were still basically at full power. Dinos have no cards here on the ban us. And I'm telling you, if Dinos win a whole bunch of more events from the time soon to come, Fossil Dig is gonna go to 2 or 1. And I'm fine with that because Fossil Dig is one of those cards that reminds me of Rhoda, but a better Rhoda. And again, that's not once per turn. That card needs to go to 2 or 1. 2 if you really want to keep Dino players out there, but 1 if you want to cut them off. I feel a 2 may be the better number for now, because I feel that card is just ridiculous and unfair, considering the fact that you're just able to fucking search any dino you want. But anyways, this video is not about fucking dinos. It's about true Draco demise. And another fucking thing that I hate about the deck is how it can basically be slapped in with anything. How it has been proven with being able to be put in with Wind Witch Invoked in the form of Wind Witch Invoked Draco, and with True Draco Zodiac. And that combination is the ultimate combination, and I'm going to explain why. True Draco is a deck that does lots of tributing and can get around anything that will restrict special summoning. However, the moment your opponent puts a card on the field and says, oh, like Mask of Restrict says, oh, you can't tribute cards, buddy, you can simply summon a fucking Rapier, Mill Trap from deck to grave, stack Borbo, stack Borbo, stack Trident, detach Borbo, pop Mask of Restrict, done. It's that simple. It makes your job even easier and makes the ceiling that your opponent has to achieve go even higher, making it that they have to take away your tribute summon and your special summoning at the same time, which makes True Draco do one of the most terrifying decks to go against. The only way you can beat the deck really is to overpower it. There's no real way to lock it down. And I know that this video is going to have lots of hate comments on it, but I really don't care. I know my logic, and my logic makes sense. True Draco is the best deck of all time, due to its longevity and the high ceiling that you have to make in order to be able to pin that deck down. And the fact that it has a Towers 3.0 makes the deck that much more annoying to deal with. I believe Masterpiece is the card they just put in that pack to give us the middle finger once and for all. That's what they did that for. There was no reason for that deck to get a boss monster that basically does the same shit as Towers but better, since it has an effect that can pop cards during either player's turn, basically giving it Zodiac Dragon Disruption that basically will almost never run out, as long as you can put cards in the graveyard and as long as you can ban shit from the graveyard. Which is fucking pathetic if you ask me. And the fact they made Masterpiece is basically them giving us the middle finger and telling us that they don't want us to have a fair and stable game. That is just wrong. And I feel True Draco is the deck that really needs to go on this ban list. I mean, there are a lot more cards in the deck that you need to hit other than fucking Master Deck and Double Deck. You need to hit more cards in the deck than those two. I believe that True King's Return needs to go to 1. Yes, it does. True King's Return needs to go to 1, and Dynamite Fighter needs... And I didn't put Dynamite Fighter in my last list, but I believe that he needs to go to 1 or 2 in order to balance things out. Because you put Masterpiece to 1, you put this nigga at you leave this nigga at 3, people are just gonna make the whole deck around Dynamite Fighter. I mean, he has a solid 2500. He's strong enough to survive some battles. He's got a good lineup stat, good effect, good attack, good stats overall. So he has a lot towards his advantage at the very end of the day. And I'm sorry. And if you disagree with me that you don't have a real... And I feel if you were going to disagree with me, you really don't have a good idea of... How should I say this in a nice way? You don't have a good idea at all of what makes a deck have high ceiling and what makes a deck hard to beat. You really don't. Some people are probably going to argue with me, oh, Pepe's the best deck of all time. If it was, not anymore. This deck's better. Just because of the ceiling that this deck can make. I guarantee you that full power True Draco Demise would be able to take out Pepe. And I'm gonna explain why. All the tech cards that they can run in the deck, yo. The tech cards are real. Again, Skill Drain, not Macrocosmos, Dimensional Fissure, Majesty's Fiend. I've seen all kinds of tech cards ran in the fucking deck. Like, I see people tech out their True Draco Demise decks, and that's because True Draco Demise is the most easy deck to tech random shit in because of how the deck functions. The deck has its own mechanics, runs so well on its own, you could tech in a whole bunch of random shit in there that will catch players off guard. And that will just honestly not really do much of a difference to the consistency of your deck at all. So yeah, this is my 10-year-long discussion while I'm in outer space playing video games, since I have dropped out of this game. Well, like I've said in the comments to somebody, I'm only sticking it out in this game because of Lightsworn and Herald. Otherwise, I would have been long gone from this fucking game, and I would have been long moving on to playing another game, or doing another hobby for life. Because Yu-Gi-Oh! Has gotten too fucking degenerate for me. Like I said in my last video yesterday, as long as True Draco's a deck, Monarchs are fucking dead. If you hated Monarchs, good for you. Monarchs are no longer a competitive viable option for the remainder of this format because the most popular variant of Zodiac, the True Draco Zodiac version, cannot be clobbered by Monarchs because of how the deck works. The deck ceiling is far too high to be stopped by Monarchs. The only way you're going to beat the deck is literally to out-resource and overpower the deck. Which is really hard considering how many times over Zoo and True Draco can plus. Plus. So many 3 pluses in one day. Wow. When will the pluses turn to negs, I wonder? Seems we'll find out next time on Dragon Balls. Nah, I'm just kidding. But anyways, I'm just fucking sick of this True Draco shit, and it really does have to go. I mean, it really does. But anyways, I think I covered everything about why that True Draco is like the best deck ever right now. So yeah, I'll be ending the video off here. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Team Tech signing out. I'm going back to playing video games in outer space. Peace.